Hi guys, so for today's reading we are going to be looking into what needs some healing, what needs some TLC, what needs some shadow work, that kind of thing. So we got 3 piles here, 1, 2, 3. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile you feel most drawn to. And if you guys enjoy this reading, like, share, comment, subscribe, do the same on my other channel. Leave timestamps, think about donating. All of those things are so greatly appreciated, and I really thank all of those who take the time out and the energy out to support me as I am here to support you on your path. It's a great way to give back for the energy healing sessions that I am giving to you today, and I truly appreciate you guys for that. So, let's get started with pile 1. For pile 1, what needs healing within you? You may actually have this energy about you where you're feeling like you're overshadowed by a lot. And if you really look at it, you may actually be hiding parts of yourself from the world, and you may not be as overshadowed as you think you are. But there are things that you need to be comfortable with about yourself, that you need to accept about yourself. You need to be okay showing to the world, because there are beautiful things within you that you are keeping hidden from the world. Trusting and knowing that your authenticity will bring the best results for you is going to be something very important for this pile. 2008 graduation cap and a heart. Be confident in what you're working on. Follow through on your goals. Know that the steps you are taking are steps to walk your talk. You're definitely unlocking something that has been hidden away for a while, I feel like. PAKEXUKPLC. Picture place 01707384858. 101010. BR1B. Be right back. So, you may be checked out of some situation in your life right now. Being okay with that is going to be very important for you as well. Being compassionate and understanding with yourself. There may have been something that you needed to work on within, and it's okay to pull back your energy to be able to do that. Woo! Idaho lottery. So you guys could definitely be unlocking your throat chakra as well, healing your throat chakra, and realizing that there is a lot of good things that are going to come from you expressing yourself. I feel like you have allowed people to overshadow you in the past in a lot of ways, and at times that can feel like a victim thing. But we do make the choice on whether or not we had let those people affect us, and whether or not we decide to stop talking simply because one person tells us that we should shut our mouth. The song Castle by Halsey is coming to mind. I think it's Halsey. Alpha is coming to mind by Destroyer as well. Just call me Alpha. It's good to be home. So you could be feeling a bit scorned as well in this pile. Let's see what else we have. We have open your heart to give and receive the blessings of love and light. Focus on moving forward one step at a time, one day at a time. Patience is a virtue, and also reaps amazing rewards after working hard and waiting with patience and faith. So, you could definitely have been working on something for a very long time, and it feels like it's never going to happen. But there's still this fire of hope within you. You need to feed that fire of hope and let yourself know that everything that you're working on right now is very important, and your dedication really is going to reap some amazing rewards. Let's see what else we have. Neglect and invisibility. Exactly. I'm kind of getting that like empath and narcissist dynamic here a little bit as well. But neglect and invisibility was a very big part of your life. I can really relate to that. causes feelings of not belonging and unworthiness. And even though people neglect us and it causes us to pull into our shell and we start becoming invisible, we can still make the choice at any time to be visible again. It is very hard to come out of that invisibility. You get really nervous. You get a lot of social anxiety. You feel really weird talking to people. You feel like everybody's staring at you because you know what? You're not used to anybody's eyes being on you. But when you start opening your mouth, eyes are on you. And that's not necessarily for a bad reason. So make sure that you are just taking some time to breathe and grounding yourself. When you start getting that antsy energy, just take a couple deep breaths and ground yourself and start again. Stay in your own energy. Try not to be so attached to the energies of the people around you while you're dealing with them. Get out and do things a little at a time, and it will really break that shell. Overshadowing. Yes, exactly. I knew there was some overshadowing here. The biggest thing that was telling me that was this cloud in front of this beautiful rainbow star. And you are just so amazing. You're meant to be seen. You're meant to be heard. You're meant to be expressing yourself, speaking, showing who you are and the thoughts and the beauty that you have inside of yourself. And you could have definitely been overshadowed by a lot of people throughout your life, neglected, caused to feel invisible. Makes you feel invisible and like you can't get recognition, like you aren't good enough, like your voice doesn't matter, and like everything they say is the end all be all. So you dealt with somebody who really made you feel like they were God in some sort of way, almost. You dealt with somebody who had somewhat of a God complex. They thought that they were the end all be all in your life. They thought that you would always have to rely on them, count on them, that you would never be able to make it on your own. They really tried to make you feel like you were incompetent, like they were the only one who could actually accomplish things. Something along those lines. So let's see what else we have. When those voices in your head tell you lies, remember the truth that you hold within. Rewire your thoughts. This is kind of what I was talking about, because you start feeling all those eyes on you and you're like, oh, all those people think I'm weird. All those people are watching me. All those people are listening to what I'm saying. And you start worrying about their opinions, their thoughts. You start worrying about what they're going to say. You start feeling like your heart's beating really fast. Your mouth is getting dry. Things like that. And You got this little voice inside of your head that is telling you that you're incompetent. This little voice in your head that's telling you you're stupid. This little voice in your head that's telling you all those things. And you got to combat that voice by being louder than that voice. You got to tell that voice, I'm not stupid. I made a mistake. Every human makes mistakes. That's a human thing. I'm not incompetent. I am very responsible. I'm very reliable. I make sure to do the things that I set out to do, and I say what I mean. And, make sure that you're telling yourself those things. Rewiring your thoughts is going to be very important for this pile. Take some time to relax. Meditation, massage, bath, and shower. If it feels too stressful, take a break and come back to it later. Like I was saying, with getting out and talking to people and opening up and stuff, take it a little at a time, one day at a time. Go out once a week at first and be out for a half an hour. Make sure that you say hi to all the people that you see along your way. Don't feel like you have to hide yourself. And you know what? That spreads so much positivity and joy, because there are very few people that actually acknowledge the people around them, that smile at them and say, hi, how are you doing today? And that can really open up a lot of doors. It shows other people to do that as well, to come out of their shell and to relax when they're doing it. That it's not abnormal to actually care about people around you and to actually interact with people around you when you're out and about. It will be much easier to deal with if you have a fresh and rested mind, too. So make sure that you're taking care of self-care, that you're putting a lot of time and effort into self-love. So for this poem, if you guys wanted to be able to find it again, it is on my other channel, Dee's Storytime, and you can find the link for it in the description box. Skim deep. If I had no face, scars all that you could see, would you keep pace, or would you flee? My beauty goes more than skin deep, but my skin is all you wish to keep. When I am old, gray, and bent, will you come heaven sent? Or will you turn away from me because skin is all that you see? Arm yourself with a mirror of sight. Make sure what you feel is right. Don't look at me and think, I'm just going to let my lust sink. Take a minute to see who I really am inside. Do you really want me along for the ride? Don't say you're all in if you can't see who I am, the real me. 9/9/20. So, you have definitely dealt with a lot of shallow people as well. A lot of people who were only looking at the outsides of you. You were overshadowed, you were neglected, you were made to feel invisible. A lot of that is because they knew if you knew your worth and value, they knew that if you knew that everyone was watching you and looking at you and wanting you, or at least they thought they knew, that you would be gone from their life. And so they did a lot of things to try to make sure that you felt like you needed them and that you couldn't live without them in some sort of way. And also, there has been a lot of people who have underestimated your intelligence because a pretty face couldn't possibly have a beautiful mind, or a handsome face couldn't possibly have a beautiful mind. But there's plenty of people who have beautiful exteriors and beautiful interiors as well. And there's plenty of people who have beautiful exteriors and awful interiors. But there's also people who have awful exteriors and have awful interiors. And awful exteriors with beautiful interiors. So, you're not just going to find somebody awesome and amazing and wonderful by finding the ugliest duckling you can find. And you're not going to find somebody who's awful and decayed and rotting by finding the most beautiful person you can find. But I feel like there's been a lot of people who have misjudged you by the way that you look. And opening your mouth and expressing yourself, showing the world who you really are, is really going to change a lot of that. It's going to make a big impact. It's going to get people to start seeing who you really are. And if they have been believing any kind of lies about you, or gossip or drama, or if there's been any kind of accusations made towards you that weren't true, people are going to start seeing that as well. Setting boundaries, healthy boundaries, seeing the truth, perceptive, knowledgeable, keen, standing in your power, been through a lot, gained a lot of wisdom, smart, logical, knowing, teaching others from your experience, teacher or wisdom and knowledge, clear-cut, smart, perceptive, understanding, blunt truth. So, you are somebody who is very knowledgeable, very wise, very strong. You are somebody whose voice will make a difference in this world. Setting healthy boundaries is going to be something that is very important for you. And sometimes when we first start setting healthy boundaries, we start setting some unhealthy ones too. We go from one extreme to the other. No boundaries at all to walls 100 feet high. And then we kind of take those walls down brick by brick until we find that perfect happy medium in the middle there. And that may be what you're working on right now. And you're working on all of this, and you've been through all of this because you are here to make a change in this world, to make a difference in this world. You have been chosen to be a teacher. And a teacher without wisdom is not the best teacher. You are somebody who will have the wisdom to back up the knowledge that you have. Birds of a feather flock together, working hard, take a break, two of a kind, willing to learn through inner reflection, learning and teaching. Inner work is tough, but it's worth it. Overcoming any obstacles, learning and growing. And because you've been through a lot of your own things, you also know that these people who have hurt you have been through a lot of their own things as well. And everybody is learning at their own pace. Everybody's doing the best that we can with the tools that we have available at the time and with the wisdom and knowledge that we have. So, and everybody learns at their own pace as well. You have to remember as well that you can't force anybody to learn what you have. All you can do is show them the door, and it's their choice on whether or not they're going to walk through it. Protect the wild and the green. Take care of nature around you. Spend time in nature. Really connect to nature. Connect to your heart as well. And the compassion, emotion, empathy, understanding that you feel inside, all of those things are very important. And you may have moved away from those things a little bit for a while because of what you have been through. You could have been in a very harsh energy, a very analytical, logical energy, instead of being in your heart a bit more. So it may be time to step back into your heart a bit as well. We also have somebody here who has clairvoyance. You're somebody who's very knowledgeable, perceptive, understanding, knowing. Claircognizance could also be another gift here as well. You're very non-judgmental. You're very open-minded. You're somebody who's very expansive, somebody who can grow very easily. You love to learn a lot about a lot of different cultures and ideas, and if you haven't started doing this, this will help you to be able to work through what you're going through as well. Because every different religion or every different belief system or set has some good things in it that you can pick up on. You can take what resonates with you and you can leave the rest. And the things that resonate with you and the things that feel good to you, those things are the things that are going to help you heal as well. And just know that everything that you have given out to others will be coming back to you as well. I feel like you really do have some very important messages to bring this world. And it's going to require you to believe in yourself, and it's going to require you to see yourself as the star that you are. Whether anybody else sees you that way or not, you're going to have to see you that way, because that's the only thing that is going to carry you through and lift you up out of the shadow of darkness and bring you back to the light. So that is what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys had to say about it, whether or not it resonated, what you might be going through. And if you guys enjoyed this reading and it brought you some healing, think about donating to the channel. Leave your timestamps, like, share, comment, subscribe. Do the same thing on my other channel, and I truly appreciate any and all of you who give back for the healing sessions I bring to you guys. And I really appreciate you guys, and it's definitely a great way to give back energetically for the healing sessions I bring to you. So thank you all for that, and I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 2. For you guys, let's see what needs healing for you. So, could be something with a sibling, could be something with a ex-best friend, could be something where you're feeling a little less than optimistic. You may be feeling very much in a state of lack. You may be feeling targeted, or you may be feeling like people can see the weaknesses you have and they try to take advantage of them, things like that. Setting up healthy boundaries is going to be very important for you. Pile 1 had a little bit of that as well, so some of you may actually be drawn to that. And this Sagittarius actually made it into my charm bag. I pulled out the charms for confirmations for you guys. I don't know how that got in my charm bag. That's the first time one of my zodiac signs has made its way into my charm bag instead of my charms making their way into my zodiac bag. But that could definitely be a confirmation for some of you as well. You've been working on something. You've been very dedicated, very patient, very steady in your approach. You've really been working very hard, patiently. You've been building something from the ground up very solidly, very strongly. You may have been overworking. You may have been in a little bit of a workaholic energy. You may be currently in a bit of a workaholic energy. So you may really need to take a break, take a rest, take a vacation or a staycation. Pamper yourself a little bit. Take a nice long hot shower. Take a nice walk in the moonlight afterwards. Sit by a cozy fire. Take time to read a good book or watch a good movie. Take some time for some music and dancing. Take some time for some downtime, especially in nature, is going to be very effective for you as well. Go to the beach if you have a beach near you. Something along those lines. You're definitely going through a transformation right now, and I feel like this transformation has a lot to do with your heart and your throat chakra. There's a lot of changes going on. There has been a lot of things that have died off, but these things have died off so that you could burst to life in new areas. You're really learning how to trust in the signs, the synchronicities, and the messages that are coming your way, to listen to the guidance received. Praying, meditating is going to be very beneficial for you at this time. Praying, asking about what you need information on, and then just letting it go and letting it come to you when it comes to you, or asking for what you need and having faith and trust that it will be brought to you. There is a difference between need and want, but even praying for what you want sometimes, and it will still come to you if it's meant to come to you. Sometimes what we want isn't always meant to come to us, but there is a lot of times that what we want is something that will bring a lot of joy into our lives. So don't feel guilty or ashamed of wanting things. Wanting things is not a bad thing. You know what? One of my exes, his mom, basically, he was the best child she ever had and blah blah blah. Yeah, because he never asked for a damn thing. He wanted things, but he never asked for a damn thing, which made him the best child. No. Sometimes we want things, and it's okay to ask for things at times, instead of just pleasing everyone else and making everyone else happy. She was kind of narcissistic. Liberty, in God we trust, 1976. So you are definitely stepping into the role of a leadership. You could have dealt with somebody who is abusing their power in their leadership as well. United States of America, you're hearing a call as well. $1. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. Alarm bells may be going off for you as well. Listen to your intuition and trust in what you see in your intuition. There is definitely a lot of cycles closing out and new beginnings happening for you here. You are definitely very pure of heart in a lot of ways, and your spirituality and your pure heart is a beautiful thing. So don't ever think any different, and know that when it's your time, and things that are meant to happen are going to happen, and there's nothing you can do to change that. Changing the person that you are to please everyone else or to try to avoid being hurt is not going to change that. Being who you are is going to lead you to living the healthiest, happiest life that you can. Either way, you will still be hurt. Sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's not as much, but either way, you're still going to be hurt. So you might as well be who you are and live happily, even if you do get hurt occasionally. The only validation that you need is your own. Don't let others cause you to feel unworthy. You have the power to disallow. So it's time to start disallowing other people's thoughts or beliefs that are not healthy for you in your life, or that don't sit right with you. It's time to really explore your own thoughts and beliefs and what you want for your life instead of what everyone else wants for you. You don't need anybody's validation. You don't need anybody to tell you, good job, I'm so proud of you for doing what you're doing. Tell your damn self that. That's what I've had to do the last couple years myself, is tell me that I'm proud, that I'm happy, that I'm doing a good job. Because there wasn't a lot of people along my way who did that. There's been quite a few of you on this channel who have been telling me that over the last couple months, and I truly appreciate all of you who take the time out to let me know what I meant in your life, because it really is beautiful. I don't need it, but it is nice to have, and it is a great, amazing thing to be able to let the people in your life know what they mean to you. Painting, singing, dancing, live every day with passion. Express your creativity and your passion, sacral chakra. So, you are also definitely stepping into this energy of being able to express who you are, what you want, what makes you feel good, what inspires you, what brings you passion, your sensuality, your sexual energy, all of those things you are learning how to express without shame, without guilt, without regret, without remorse, without fear. All of those things are starting to be things that you are seeing as good parts of yourself instead of bad parts of yourself. So, let's see. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there were some of you that were sexually abused, or at least were made to feel like you were in some way awful or horrible because of who you are as a person and the fact that you attract a lot of attention from the opposite sex. Ghosting triggers self-esteem and self-worth issues, also abandonment issues. So you could definitely have dealt with a lot of abandonment issues, self-esteem issues, self-worth issues, and you could have been looking for validation outside of yourself, once again with the sexual aspects as well, because a lot of times people are looking for that validation through sex, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what happens when you're healing from something. That's what happens when you go through some sort of trauma on that front. And then you end up having sex with somebody and it's a one-night stand and they just disappear out of your life and never talk to you again. And then it triggers this whole cycle all over again. And really, making sure that you are, Make Him Wait is the song that's coming to mind right now. Make Him Wait. I can't remember who sings it. It's been a couple years since I heard it. But making sure that you are treating your sexual self as sacred. And I'm not saying never have sex with anybody or be completely celibate. I don't care if you're celibate. I don't care if you're having sex. But be discerning on who you give your sexual energy to, who you share your sexual energy to. Make sure that these people are not just all talk and that they have something to back it up with as well. Exactly. Sexual harassment. It may trigger past assaults, PTSD, makes you feel at fault, makes you want to be invisible, makes you feel alone and in danger and like you need to get clean. And once again, if you're feeling invisible, check out pile 1. Because pile 1 was literally all about feeling invisible, and maybe you only feel seen when you're in those situations. You could definitely be going through some triggers that are causing you to remember or relive past assaults. There could be things, if there are people that like touch you in ways that you don't like, that make you uncomfortable, even if they make you seem weird for saying it or for not liking it, say it anyway. Tell people, hey, this is my bubble and I would appreciate it if you could stay in your own bubble because you're making me very uncomfortable right now with your touchy-feely energy. Because sometimes that does happen as well when you have sexual assaults. It really does make you feel. And when you tell people that, hey, I would appreciate it if you didn't touch me, thanks, that's great, and they continue to keep touching you, they're overstepping your boundaries, and that's not okay. This shows you that this person has boundary issues. So your instinct to want to be away from this person that's making you slimy and feel like your skin is crawling may actually be very accurate. Now, if they have no problem with it, and it's not triggering anything in their ego, it's not hurting their pride, it's not causing them to lash out at you because I don't know why you're treating me like a rapist or something, then guess what? Maybe that person is a healthier person to be around. If they can accept the fact that you like to keep a bit of a distance until you know somebody, then that's a healthier person to be around. But if there's somebody who can't handle that, then you don't need to be around those people. And that also doesn't mean they're going to be a good person, because some of them will dress up as that person just to be able to get where they want to go. So, that happens too. Try not to blame yourself, and it's not your fault if anybody walks away from you or if anybody ghosts you or if anybody breadcrumbs you. That's what they got going on with them. They have their own abandonment issues and they're acting them out in different ways. They're trying to control the situation. They're trying to get you obsessed with them. They're trying to get you to keep coming running back to them, because this way they won't lose you. They feel like they won't lose you if they keep you at an arm's distance, and if they just give you a little breadcrumb here and there, you'll continue to follow them around instead of actually building something real. So this person is having their own miserable life as well at the same time because of the same issues, and they just act them out in a different way. Interpersonal effectiveness. Getting interpersonal objectives met, maintaining relationships, and increasing your self-respect in interactions with others. Never feel like you are a victim, because you're not. You are a survivor. Don't let others define you. Define yourself. Stand up for yourself and for others. Stand up for what is right. Also, when you feel like a victim and you behave as a victim, a lot of times you attract predators more. Yes, there's those predators who like a challenge and go after the loudest one in the room that they know is going to put up a fight, but for the most part, a lot of them go after the easy prey. Look at predators in the wild. They go after the wounded prey, right? The one that falls behind while they're chasing the herd. The one that's hidden, or the one that's invisible, or the one that is standing in the corner looking down at their feet. It's not the one who's standing up and being loud and proud and expressing everything about everyone. So, also being able to interact with people in a way that gets your objectives met, that really helps you to maintain relationships, increases your self-respect. It really makes you feel heard. It makes you feel seen. It makes you feel like you matter, to make yourself matter, to make yourself valuable, to not just give to these people who are not giving anything in return to you, to put your foot down and walk away from those situations, to cut those situations off, to not feel bad because you're ghosting that person when that person has already ghosted you. So don't feel guilty about walking away from people who are not good in your life and not healthy for you. And also remember that sometimes when they walk away from you, it's because they feel like you're not healthy for them in their life. And that's okay too. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. You might have a friend in your life that is very fake. They take from you and expect from you, but are nowhere in sight when you need something. They disappear a lot, they are hard to reach, and they may ghost or breadcrumb you. You deserve better. Say something. If it doesn't change, then walk away. You can't control others, but you can protect your energy from them. I've had to do that myself a lot of times, and I have done the breadcrumbing dance. I have done the ghosting dance, and I have had to tell people, hey, look, I'm here for you when you need me. I pick up my phone every time you call me. I am there to be a good friend to you, but you have not been a good friend to me. And if you can't be a good friend to me, then you don't need to be in my life being my friend. The one that has stuck around the longest still is my ex, and that's because we have kids together. So I have really put extra effort into trying to mend this bridge, and I feel like he's finally actually getting the hint that he needs to step up and start behaving in a better way, because it's healthier for our kids for us to be on that same page. It's healthier for our kids who hate each other when we hate each other, because they are very similar to us in different ways, and so they see those parts of each of us in each other and start hating each other and fighting with each other, and it's just a big fat mess. But here's the thing. There's a lot of people that you have to walk away from in order to show yourself that you're valuable, in order to respect yourself. And when you respect yourself and show yourself that you're valuable, you're showing other people how to treat you as well. And if they aren't treating you in a good way, that you will be gone. And they will know that. And their abandonment issues, instead of triggering them to act like an idiot, are going to trigger them to, hey, I need to pull my head on my ass and I need to do things right by this person, or this person's going to be gone out of my life. If you even run into people with abandonment issues once you start working through your own. New friendship, new love. My best friend brings out the best in me. Cute, fun, flirty, emotional connection. Balanced partnerships emotionally. Equal give and take. New beginnings together. Emotional stability. Your best friend brings out the best in you. Be your own best friend if you don't have one that actually does that. And once you are your own best friend, you know what a best friend and somebody else looks like and what you want from them. And vice versa, how to give that to people. It's something that is an equal give and take, something that's good for you, and not something that is making you feel less than, because this person, say, is constantly going to be around people that are constantly hanging out with other people, constantly discluding you, constantly talking about you behind your back, or constantly just doing nasty things, breadcrumbing, ghosting, treating you like you're invisible or like you're nothing. You are fucking amazing and you deserve to stand out. It's time to go after what you want. Intimacy and creativity, strong, stable. New projects or ideas, psychic inspiration, sassy, positive, flirty, fun, love self, fiery, passionate, spiritual. There is nothing wrong with being sassy, fun, flirty. Doesn't mean that you're leading anybody on if you decide to walk away from that situation. It doesn't mean that you're a whore. It doesn't mean that you're a slut. You are just somebody who loves life. You're very vibrant, you're very vital, you're very beautiful. And people will tell you, oh, I can't help but to be lustfully attracted to you and to lay my hands on you even though you asked me not to. But you stand your ground and you tell them, excuse me, you can help it. It's your body. You control your body. Your body doesn't touch mine unless I say that you can touch my body. So keep your fucking hands to yourself. Caring and nurturing of self and others, protective, affectionate, camaraderie. Honestly, I've actually said similar things to people who were preaching Christianity to me after I told them I wasn't Christian and we could have a talk as long as they weren't going to try to force me into their beliefs. And then he sat there continuing to try to force me into his beliefs after I told him no several times. And I was like, you know what? This is exactly the same as somebody that you tell no in any other circumstances. This is pretty much rape of my beliefs. And that's not okay. You being a bully and not being able to take no shows other people to be a bully and not be able to take no. That's not what that religion's supposed to be teaching people. Do not fear the unknown. So it's time for you to stop fearing what you don't know. Allow yourself to be comfortable. Allow yourself to just be at ease and listen to the psychic and intuitive messages that you receive, because you are very skilled in that. You are definitely meant to be a leader. You're meant to be an inspiration to others. You are somebody who inspires people to go after what they want, because you are somebody who goes after what you want. And there's something that you are really wanting to go after right now that you need to not be ashamed of going after. You might even be worried about whether or not the community is going to see you differently, what gossip's going on in the community, things like that. You're working very hard though. You're networking, and that networking is going to be paying off as well. Crying is going to be very helpful for you. Allowing closure to come to this situation with this friend that was really not good in your life. Allowing yourself to cry over it. Allowing yourself to go, yes, I do love this person, and that's okay. It's okay that I love this person. This person does not know how to love because they don't love themselves, and that's okay too. But I cannot allow this person to continue to abuse me or hurt me. That is called enabling. And enabling is just as bad as the abuse, because you give people a green light to abuse in whatever way. That's like when a mother turns her blind eye to a father beating the fuck out of her kids, or to a stepfather sexually assaulting her kids, or something along those lines, and knows about it and does nothing about it. That's enabling. Enabling is just as bad as the abuse. Whether you're enabling that abuse on yourself or you're enabling that abuse on others. So stand up and say what you feel is right. Express yourself and allow yourself to be at peace with that. So that is what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys thought about it, what you might be going through, or what you have went through, and I truly appreciate anybody who got something from this, that likes, shares, comments, subscribes, donates, leaves timestamps, does all that stuff on my other channel. I really truly appreciate each and every one of you who gives back for the energetic healing sessions I bring to you guys, and I thank you so much for that. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye bye, guys. Hi, pile 3. I really love my new pause button on my videos. My daughter showed me how to do it the other day, and it was literally right in front of my face. So let's check out what you guys are healing through right now. I really feel like you guys are healing through some situation where you guys were left out in the cold. Some situation that turned your heart very icy. You're really filling up your cup again. Allowing yourself to feel inspired, passionate, happy, joyful, vital again. Not really feeling ashamed or guilty of what you want anymore. You may have been feeling very ashamed or guilty of what you wanted or how you were approaching things. I feel like you were questioning whether or not the way that you were approaching things was the right way because of other people around you. You could have been dealing with a lot of people that were kind of side-eyeing you. A lot of people that were you could have dealt with a lot of people that were just, I'm getting like very creep energy. You could definitely be a single mother, or you could definitely have been a mother who lost children, or a mother who is trying to repair a connection with your children, or a father. Could definitely be a father here as well. Either way, you're trying to fill your cup up. You're trying to heal your heart so that you can be the beautiful heart-centered person that you are again, so you can come back to life. You spread a lot of life and love and positivity and joy to the world around you. There may even be a reconciliation that may be coming or going on in your near future as well with somebody very important to you. We also have Baby Yoda here, if that means anything to anyone. I kind of pulled out the charms as confirmations in a lot of ways. There could definitely be something with Hispanic people here as well, because not only do we have the Juarito slid, but we also have this little kind of Mexican car guy from Cars. So let's see what else we have. Possibilities surround you. Shed limiting thoughts and beliefs, and you will start to see the open doors. Root chakra. Be in the present moment. Feel your connection to the earth and the strength that it brings you. Stability is yours. So, stepping into your confidence, stepping into your power, knowing that you have everything that you need and the universe will provide the rest for you, really being able to stand your ground, really being able to feel confident in who you are, and what you represent. Also realizing that there is more doors open than you know there is around you, starting to really see the possibilities. And the way that you're going to see those possibilities is by feeling confident, strong, solid, and stable in yourself, by removing the fear and the doubt and allowing yourself to be in a state of faith and trust. Let's see what else we have here. You are the phoenix, made to rise from the ashes of the past. No matter what you endure, you will always rise up again with more strength and wisdom than before. These got a little mixed up. Breadcrumbing. Ooh, I keep thinking some of you guys might have chose pile 2, and you might need to check out pile 2. Some of you guys might have actually chose all 3 piles, but anyway, breadcrumbing. Ghosting came out in pile 2. Triggers a desire to chase. Triggers insecurities, self-worth issues, and did I do something wrong? But sexual assault also came out in pile 2. Oh, hey, sexual abuse came out in this pile. Woo! And I was thinking that too, especially when I was thinking about something that happened when I was younger, when I was talking about the Hispanic portion of that. Sexual abuse, rape, molestation, using or making threats or force, or taking advantage of an inability to consent. So, you could have definitely dealt with somebody that I'm feeling like this may have been a situation, this particular situation that you're healing through right now. You might have had something happen several times throughout your life, because most of the people who are abused sexually, especially if they're molested as a child, end up going through a lot of repeated cycles till they break it. But the one in particular that I'm feeling like the majority of you are dealing with right now is something where this was a friend of yours. A friend of yours for a very long time. You guys talked about a lot. You guys got along really well. You trusted this person, and they may have showed up intoxicated in some way, or just in general, they showed up and you said no a shit ton of times. They weren't taking your no. You went ahead and did it because you were worried about the outcome. And then at the end of the day, you were really upset about doing it. You could have even had some issues where you were trying to heal the friendship or trying to figure things out, things like that. This person breadcrumbed on you, and yeah, there definitely is a lot of just nasty energy here. And you could have been really feeling like it was something you did. You were at fault in some way. You were to blame in some way. But no, this person was to blame. Period. Bottom line. And you know what? If you say no, all you have to do is say no once. Period. If you say no and they don't listen to it, that is not your fault. You are not to blame for that. No matter how you reacted afterwards, no matter what you did to try to protect yourself, no matter how you felt about the situation, because you may have been very confused emotionally afterwards, something along those lines, especially if this was a friend of yours. Socialize with others. We learn by doing. Don't let trust issues get in the way forever. Ask for support or help. Be with those that you admire. Listen to the perspectives of others. Call people that you love. Do some gardening. This can help you to get grounded and also gives back to the earth as well. Plant some trees, food, or flowers. Get your hands and your feet in the dirt. So, taking some time in nature is really going to help you find that balance within yourself. It's really going to help you to feel grounded. It's going to help you feel connected. It's going to help you feel strong. It's going to help you feel like you have so much strength within you. Increasing your strength. You know what? Some of you may actually want to start working out, going to the gym, increasing your muscle a little bit so that you can feel a little bit more like you have an advantage when it comes to that area, so that you don't feel so worried or nervous. Something like that could help as well. Make sure that you are talking to people. Make sure that you are opening up. Share your story in the comments below. Nobody here knows you. It's pretty much an anonymous zone. Your story helps you and it helps others as well. It helps you to be able to express it, to get it off your chest, to get it off your shoulders. The more times you say it out loud, the less it weighs on you and weighs you down. It's keeping it a secret. It's keeping it bottled up that makes it bigger than it is. Even if you just write it down in a notebook and express your story that way, it will help you to get your story out there, and it will help you to feel better about it. Voicing it will feel better. Remember that you have people that you love that love you as well, because sometimes when you're in that position, it could feel like you don't. It could feel like you are really alone in this world and there's nobody who truly cares about you. Volunteer somewhere. It helps you to feel needed and appreciated. It also helps those in need. Plus, it's a great way to socialize. And it gets you socializing with some really good people. It gets you out and interacting with some good people too. Yeah, see? Interacting with good people. Feeling like there are good people in this world, because there are. Knight of Cups, finding your voice, personal growth, leaving a cycle of pain behind, surprise joy, going after love, love's love, idealism, seeing with the eyes of love, courage to love, bringing messages of love, ready to express love, gaining an understanding of love. So, you guys are gaining an understanding of love at this time. You are starting to realize that the type of love that people have given you in the past has been very toxic. And the type of love that you have accepted and given to others is very toxic as well. You could have dealt with some very cold-hearted people. You could have dealt with people that just really had no heart or no emotions or very little of them. And they really did not appreciate you or treat you as you should have been treated. And also you are learning how to express your love again. Your love and your trust could have been severely damaged by whoever this was that did you wrong and hurt you in this way, because I feel like it was somebody you had a lot of love for, or at least a lot of respect for and a very strong friendship with, or familial bond with. And so now you're learning how to express your love again, how to feel safe in that, how to feel comfortable in that, how to feel like not everybody that you love is out to get you or hurt you. Victory and recognition. Victory through recognition. Freeing self, flying high, freeing self of ego. Overcoming fears, bright future, getting what you want and need from within. Actions paying off, ready to start a new journey. So, you guys are going to be recognizing someone in your life as well. You're going to be having an ego death, and you're really going to recognize somebody who has been putting in the actions, who hasn't just been talking, but is also walking. You're going to be overcoming fears. You have a bright future in front of you. You're definitely going to be getting what you want and need, but you're going to be getting what you want and need from inside of yourself. You're going to be recognizing yourself. You're going to be loving yourself. You're going to be respecting yourself. You're going to be overcoming a lot of obstacles, and you're going to be seeing just how strong and amazing you are. Because to be able to make it through everything that you've been through and to come out the other side in this beautiful, heart on your sleeve, loving energy is such an amazing thing, and it doesn't always happen. So you're really right now breaking through the coldness that has been shielding your heart for a while, and it's melting. Ooh, The Melting of Winter, a poem on my other channel, Dee's Storytime. You can find a link for it in the description box below. Melting of Winter would be a good poem for you guys to read right now. You're really going to be expressing your love and accepting love of others. Definitely could have something to do with children. This is first off, my youngest daughter absolutely loves Baby Yoda. But also, my youngest daughter drew this. And there's a full moon on here too. And pile 2 has this coin, which has a full moon on it. So, you guys are going to be trusting in and listening to your intuition more. You're really going to start seeing your intelligence. You're going to start seeing just how intuitive and instinctual you are. And you're really going to start listening to those intuitive hints and messages that you receive. Instead of ignoring them, instead of this radical acceptance of everyone and everything without any forethought, you're going to start really examining things so that you can feel more comfortable in situations that you're in. I also feel like you're really going to be listening to the signs, synchronicities, and messages that you're receiving, and you may even be communicating those to other people around you as well, whether they think you're crazy or not. You also may be seeing the true reasons behind why some people in your life have behaved as they have as well. And you could have even been dealing with some breadcrumbing from somebody that was going through some cold-hearted energy themselves. Maybe they felt like you abandoned them in some sort of way, so they were abandoning you in return in another way. Love that you are different. Accept yourself for who you are. Accept the differences that you have. Wow, I love that this is so close to what this fox over here looks like. Love that you are different. You stand out. You are amazing. And a lot of times differences, oh, there's a poem on my other channel called Differences as well. You could have definitely dealt with a lot of bullying too. And you could have thought that this had to do with your differences. You could have blamed your differences. You could have felt like your differences, your uniqueness was a curse. You could have felt like your gifts were a curse. But your gifts are a true blessing. And they can be gifts. They can be gifts or they can be curses. It's all in how we see it, and it's all in what we do with it. Vulture and the hummingbird. You're a very positive, beautiful, joyful beacon of hope in this world. You're also somebody very protected. You also may deal with a lot of people who end up jealous around you, or fighting over you, arguing over you. You may have a lot of people who compete around you or who just act like an idiot around you. You also have a lot of people around you who have been in very low vibrational energy, but you are very good at transmuting this energy. You do not have to carry it on your own shoulders. For a long time, you might have carried it around with you like a big fat ball and chain, drowning you, but you are breaking free of that, and you are realizing that you have the power to transmute this energy instead of holding on to it and letting it weigh you down. You have the power and the capabilities of making some very great changes in this world just by being yourself. Just by spreading the happiness, joy, and positivity that you spread. But you can't spread happiness, joy, and positivity when you're in a poisoned state. And I feel like you are somebody who can suffer a lot without having that poison come out of you. You know, a lot of monsters are created by monsters. We can choose to become the monster, or we can choose to be the person who never wants to see another person go through what we have went through. And so we choose to rise above that. And I feel like you are somebody who is choosing to rise above that. And you are somebody who is choosing to heal. You're choosing to heal. This is a choice you're making. Be proud of yourself. Recognize yourself. Love yourself for choosing this. Do you know how many people aren't going to watch this video? They're just going to skip right over it. You're here watching this. You are here focusing on your healing. You are here making sure that you are not toxic to the rest of the world or to yourself anymore. And that's a beautiful, amazing thing. To be able to want to put in that effort to make the changes necessary within yourself so that the rest of the world around you changes. Because it does as well. The way you see it does, and the way that you interact with it does. And the way that it interacts with you changes as a result. When we have healthy boundaries and respect for ourselves and love for ourselves, it's amazing how differently people treat us around us. When we have no boundaries and we have no self-respect, no self-love, people treat us very differently. Even people who treat others badly will treat you good when you are in that energy. And I'm not saying that it's right that they treat others bad in any way, but what I am saying is that instead of being in victimhood mentality and blaming everyone else, we need to examine ourselves and our own actions that caused the things to happen in our life that did, so that we can change those things and have different outcomes, cause and effect, right? So that is what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys had to say about it. And by the way, I've been through sexual abuse throughout my life a lot, so there was no offense intended by saying what I said at the end of that. Just throwing that out there. If you guys got something from this or enjoyed this, think about donating to the channel. Leave timestamps, like, comment, share, subscribe here and on my other channel. I truly appreciate any and all of you who give back for the healing sessions I bring to you guys. And it really truly makes a bigger difference than you know to take those couple seconds to do any of those things. And I really appreciate every single one of you who gives back for the energetic healing sessions I bring to you. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.